decorating ideas that you're really going to love. Fashion Furniture on El Paso, across from River Park. There's nothing like it in all of California.
More flavor, more rewards, more reasons to dine with Lynn's Restaurant Group. Introducing the LRG Elite Program. Members earn 5 times back every time they dine at Spicy J's, J-Pot, Oiza, Hino Oishi, Ramen Hayashi, Lynn's Fusion, Ichi, Shabu, and JT. Enjoy one free appetizer or dessert every day, a birthday bonus, and a members-only anniversary reward. Join for just $18 a month or only $198 annually plus tax. Sign up in-store or on the Lynn's Restaurant Group app. LRG Elite. Dining elevated. Terms apply.
We started like you, a small team with a big dream to serve the Valley. 20 years later, FFB Bank is still proudly backing businesses across California and beyond. We've learned a lot about what it takes to grow, and now we're using that experience to make things easier for you. With our Switch and Save offer, we'll cover up to 90 days of payment processing, provide no-cost equipment, and offer competitive rates so your business can keep more of what it earns. And behind it all is a local team that truly understands your goals and is ready to help you reach them. Make the switch, save with FFB. Visit ffb.bank to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Welcome to the Sunbirds Sports Show with Paul Meadors. Brought to you by Fresno Pacific University on 790 ESPN.
Good night to all those who are listening. This is the Sunbirds Sports Show on 790 ESPN on the campus of 1430 ESPN. That's what I like to call it. We're actually across from Bullard High School here on Palm Avenue. This is one of my favorite things to do every week. I love talking Fresno Pacific University sports, and I hope you guys do too. Every Wednesday from 6 to 7, we talk about all the good stuff that's going on at the college. You can go back and listen to past episodes on all the places where you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, YouTube as well. It's being recorded live on YouTube. Obviously, you can go back and watch and listen at the same time. Special shout out to Fresno Pacific University for obviously having a dream of showcasing the athletes, former athletes, current coaches, all the people that I'm blessed to talk to. This is episode number 50 of the show. This is halfway through this year. Maybe even a little more than halfway through, but we started it last year. So congratulations to everybody out there that helps me. I definitely couldn't do it without the people at Fresno Pacific University. Like I said, this is a true blessing for me and an honor to talk about the athletics from my former school. Yeah, I am an alum of Fresno Pacific University. I love the school with all my heart. Lots of great people there. So congrats to everybody that is involved in episode number 50. One of the things I love to do when showcasing all the great alum as well is bringing back people that have poured back into the community as well. In the past, we've had Kelly Winter, who was a standout volleyball player there, who's still involved in high school athletics in the past and has done a great job implementing herself throughout the Valley. And we had some basketball guys on, alum of the 1995 team. That was a ton of fun. We did that before Christmas break. And tonight we have another one, Alyssa Bissey-Den Hartog, a 2017 grad, standout volleyball player. After teaching in Clovis Unified for 5 years, she's teaching math at Emmanuel High School. We're in just 3 seasons. Check this out, guys. They have won back-to-back state championships. She's got a wonderful story, and I'm very excited for you guys to hear her journey after Fresno Pacific University and her time at the college as well. Well, like every time, we have some recap to go over. Super busy week at Fresno Pacific University. The men's and women's swim team was the first of the winter sports to compete in their conference championship starting Wednesday and competing for 4 straight days at the 2026 PCSC Championships at East Los Angeles College. The Sunbird men took 3rd as a team. Congrats to them, highlighting an overall team performance of 41 personal bests. Senior Jillian Lambert earned an NCAA B cut in the 100 free, sophomore Olivia Pitre in the 100 free, and sophomore August Odinson earning B cuts in the 100 fly, 100 free, and 50 free, earning him Raising Cane's Sunbird of the Week. Meanwhile, men's and women's basketball, they've been in Hawaii for a road trip on the island. Thursday, they took on Chaminade and swept the Silver Swords. The women won 50-42 and the men 83-81. Saturday, the women lost 77-69 to Hawaii Pacific, but the men triumphed over the Sharks 64-57. Yesterday, the teams made their trip to the Big Island and dominated. The women soared past Hawaii Hilo 72-59, and the men topped the Vulcans 63-55. It was the men's first and last 3-0 Hawaii trip. Men's tennis, they faced off Friday against D1 St. Mary's and played well, losing 5-2 against the Gales. But in their home opener Saturday, women's tennis defeated Stanislaus State 4-3 in another solid Pac-West match, including a doubles win. Women's water polo hosted Whittier on Friday in their home opener at Sanger West High School and earned another victory, besting the Poets 19-14. Senior Emma Cook scored 6 goals in the match, earning her the title of Raising Cane's Sunbird of the Week. Saturday, track and field competed in the Montecito at the Warriors Relays hosted by Westmont. Sunbird throwers Brooklyn Epperly, Eric Romero, and Chavez Gray swept all 3 throws events at the meet, along with some other event wins on both the track and field. Finally, baseball. Friday and Saturday, they won their first conference series 3-1 over Biola. Friday saw a pair of wins 5-1 and 2-1 with key hitting from senior Gabe Henderson in both games and solid pitching from Clovis West local Jake Turley and Hanford local Derek McNary, respectively. Saturday, after an initial 4-3 loss, the Birds bounced back with a 9-6 victory that saw senior Darrell Dilworth Jr. nab 3 hits with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. After the weekend, the Birds are 8-4 overall and 3-1 in conference play. All right, we're going to take a break for a second, about a 5-minute break, and we're going to bring on Bissy in just a second. You are listening to the Sunbird Sports Show on 790 ESPN.
Basketball is in college. Come cheer on the Rams, both men's and women's teams, and support local hoops talent right here at FCC. From tip-off to the final buzzer, Rams basketball brings fast-paced action and exciting moments worth watching. Want to catch the next game or check out other upcoming spring athletic events? Visit FCCRams.com for basketball schedules and the full lineup of Fresno City College spring sports. Get in the stands and support the Rams. Fresno City College Athletics, bringing the action all season long.
Cyber criminals stole $10 trillion from U.S. businesses last year. Did you know that 75% of businesses hit with ransomware do not survive? Is your company protected? Could your company survive a real-time cyber attack? Get a free consultation from N-Cubed Technologies today. Our team of cyber professionals are here to help and protect you from this real threat.
A new year of savings is shifting into overdrive. The Start Something New sales event is officially landed at Fresno Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. Start your year with power and savings like 0% APR for 60 months on all 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie and Bighorn models. And all new 2026 Ram trucks come standard with America's best full-size pickup warranty, 100,000 miles or 10 years. Or unleash legendary capability and take home a 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon with a massive $11,000 off MSRP. When you shop local, you save big. And no one delivers value like Fresno Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. Plus, we're offering a free $50 gift card just for test driving any new vehicle. These deals won't last long. Join us during the Start Something New sales event at family-owned and operated Fresno Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. Find us online at FresnoChrysler.com or visit us on Blackstone between Bullard and Sierra. Must finance and be approved through SFS. Ram purchase based on 0 down in lieu of rebates. $16.67 per month per $1,000 finance. $0 security deposit required. One at this offer. $50 American Express gift card mailed after test drive. More than 5 at this Jeep offer. On approved credit through Stellantis Financial Services. See dealer for details. Expires 2/2/26.
Hey, seniors, planning your next step after graduation? The Foundation at FCOE is offering scholarships for Fresno County high school seniors heading to college or vocational education. Whether you're working towards earning a degree or learning a trade, these scholarships can help you get started. You've worked hard. Now let us help you move forward. Applications open February 2nd. Learn more and apply at fcoefoundation.org. The Foundation at FCOE, empowering students, supporting educators, and strengthening communities.
At Helena Agri-Enterprises, we're committed to helping you make the best agronomic decisions for your farm. That's why we combine cutting-edge technology with superior product. Helena's agri-intelligence solutions use in-depth analysis to identify potential problems in the field before they take root. Combined with a complete line of high-quality crop production and crop protection inputs, Helena has the tools to help you increase productivity, enhance performance, and maximize your return on investment. Contact your local Helena representative or authorized dealer to create the right plan for your farm with Helena products and agri-intelligence solutions.
Horn Barbecue is now open in Fresno's Granite Park. A true Bay Area legend, Fresno's first Michelin Award-winning pitmaster Matt Horn brings his slow smoked brisket, ribs, and killer barbecue. Say hello to greatness at Horn Barbecue, where real smoke meets real flavor. It's West Coast barbecue at its finest. Whether you're feeding the family or firing up game day, Horn Barbecue has plates piled high and plenty to share. Horn Barbecue, now open in Fresno's Granite Park on Cedar between Ashland and Dakota. Check out the menu today at hornbarbecue.com.
Life gets messy, but your space doesn't have to. We are Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services, where we clean because your time is important. From offices to schools to medical facilities, Rise and Shine handles it all with our trained staff and high-performance standards. Big jobs or small, Rise and Shine will never lock you into a contract. So let us take the stress off your plate. Contact Rise and Shine Janitorial and Commercial Cleaning Services. Call 559-649-5391 or visit riseshine559.com.
Now, welcome back to the Sunbird Sports Show with Paul Meadors on 790 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Sunbird Sports Show. You're listening to it on 790 ESPN. Like I mentioned earlier, you can go back and listen to any episode. Again, episode 50, what a treat, right? Absolutely. Episode 50 is going on right now, but go back and listen to any of the past episodes on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube as well. All right, so special day today. I mentioned that it's going to be an alum of the school, and it's somebody that I've got to know over the last year or so as well. Bissy Den Hartog. She's a head volleyball coach currently at Emmanuel High School. Back-to-back state championships at the school. We're going to definitely talk about that. She's a proud FPU alum. She was a standout volleyball player herself, among other sports that we'll get into as well. We're going to have her for the entire show, 2 segments. All right, Bissy, full transparency here. When you came on my Saturday show, my high school show, after winning a state championship, I was calling you Alyssa the whole time. And right when you do the research, you see that, and I saw the nickname, right, Bissy in quotes. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to call her by her legal name, the name that her parents gave her. And I'm actually surprised you didn't like slap me or throw something at me, but you go by Bissy.
Never slap you, Paul. You're too great.
Oh, stop.
But, most people, I'd say at this point, call me Bissy, which is, it's a distinguishing, because there's a lot of Alyssas in my generation, so that's kind of where it started.
There's a lot of Alyssas in your generation. Okay, so
I needed a nickname.
So who gave it to you? Mom?
Yep.
Dad?
Definitely my mom. Played around with my name, rhymed it with Lissy, landed on Bissy.
Okay. How about at schools? Like when they see your name on the attendance sheet, what would they call you first? Would you correct your teachers back in the day?
No, I was good with Alyssa. I think it was around high school volleyball that it kind of became more of my name than Alyssa did. And then Kelly, who recruited me to FPU, knew me as Bissy. And so really at Fresno Pacific, I was pretty much solely Bissy, where some people would see, like you said, see Alyssa on their class roster and be like, oh my gosh, I have class with your sister. Like, no, that's actually me.
That's me. All right, so we got that out of the way. So now we're on friendly terms again.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
We can be friends.
Let's talk about your time before Fresno Pacific. Just talk about where you grew up. Were you a Clovis girl through and through? I know you went to Buchanan High School as well. So just talk about growing up, and then I know you have sisters.
Yeah.
Too, so just kind of start from the beginning with yourself.
Way at the beginning. On a cold night in 1995. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I grew up in the best city in the world, Clovis. Though I'm repping Fresno, obviously went to Fresno Pacific.
Fresno, yep.
I think there's a lot of, collaboration between the two cities. But born in Clovis, raised in Clovis. I still live in Clovis. I went to, like you said, Buchanan, Alta Sierra before that, Dry Creek. So I was a Buchanan feeder kid too, and Loyal Bear, and then out of Fresno Pacific, I went and taught at Clovis North too. So stayed in the system for a long time, and have enjoyed getting some experience outside of that now, obviously, but definitely proud of Clovis and my time there. And yeah, my family all lives in Clovis, my immediate family. I've got, like you said, 3 sisters. There was a point where we were all teaching, including my mom, at a different Clovis Unified School. Wow. So we'd go to the general session in our alternating section shirts. And yeah, pretty fun to have all those connections around the city.
All right, so three sisters, so 4 total girls, no brothers, no sons for your dad. How did your dad get through? I have 3 daughters myself, so I got my own stories. So I mean,
and you love it, right?
I love it, absolutely.
Exactly.
I tell people, I'm like, I can't imagine not having my 3 daughters.
Yeah,
that's how I've looked at it.
Yeah,
right.
It's the best. Yeah, you got it, and my dad wouldn't have it any other way either. He loves all of us because we're the best, and then one of my sisters is married now, so we've got a brother, and they've got 2 boys, so we're leveling out the boy to girl ratio there, but. Yeah, he loves having his 3 girls. And we were all super sporty and active, so he definitely had plenty of ways to engage with us and build relationships with us.
Are you daughter number 2
I'm
or
the
3?
third.
You're the third.
Of 4.
The third
so I'm one of the middle children.
Okay. And you're a math person, so what mean, median, mode, right? There's nothing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you quantify that with 4 of you?
I should have a good answer for that, but I don't.
I put you on the spot already. All right. So did you grow up in a sports-minded family, or a little bit of performance arts mixed in? What did that look like for you guys?
Yeah, I'd say all of the above, and it really starts with my parents. But because my mom, fun fact, is also a Fresno Pacific alum. She's in the Sports Hall of Fame there, inducted same year as Coach Jaime, the legend. But my mom played volleyball and basketball at Fresno Pacific, and then she also double majored in math and music. And so that just kind of encompasses what our family was like. We do a lot of sports and a lot of music and a lot of math.
So okay, so mom, I don't want to put a date on when she graduated, but she double dipped in both volleyball and basketball.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, she was the first female scholarship athlete at Fresno Pacific.
Awesome.
So I had some big shoes to follow in when I went there too.
Absolutely. Are you guys a competitive family at all, or are you just
so
really
competitive?
All right, give me some examples.
Well, so we play a lot of board and card games, but pretty much these days we have to play cooperative games, because if we play anything where you're attacking other people in any way, we take it too personally.
What about a game?
The level of competition.
A game like Code Names?
We can do Code Names, yeah.
Because that's partner,
that's pretty cooperative.
Yes, but you're going against somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
like
we can
Monopoly?
keep it peaceful.
Monopoly, Uno?
That's off the table.
Okay.
Yeah, anything Mafia, anything super aggressive like that. We're a little too competitive for that, but it's good. We find a way to keep it fun and healthy. And
so, did you start playing soccer at an early age? Did all your sisters do the same thing out there in Buchanan? Do you guys practice on those fields, or do you play soccer somewhere else?
I think we all did the Clovis Rec Soccer League, and we did Clovis Rec Softball. We did Clovis Academy Gymnastics. Probably was like the first sports piece that we got plugged into. Some dance there too. So lots of different ways to build our muscles and body awareness and control, and kind of all ended up in different sports too. My oldest sister phased out of sports the earliest. She went more music, but plays all the sports with us now, does disc golf and volleyball in the backyard. And then my second oldest sister was basketball the longest, so that kind of became her niche. And then my younger sister, she was a multi-valley champion in badminton. So we kind of all found our little spaces to thrive, but yeah, we all played different sports at different times in our lives.
Volleyball is, to me, help me out here. It can be a very, I don't know, specificized. Is that even a word? Sport, right?
Is now, yeah.
I'm thinking more of it takes a certain set of skills, like soccer, right? Everyone starts playing soccer, but when did you discover you're really good at volleyball?
That's so generous of you, to say that I'm really good at volleyball.
We got some stats here. We're going to talk about your days at FPU.
I loved playing it, but it wasn't. I think especially in high school, whatever sport I was in at the time was my favorite. So when I was in volleyball season, loved volleyball. Basketball season, loved basketball. Softball season, loved softball. Those were the 3 I played in high school. And then didn't know for sure where I wanted to go for college. And like I said, Kelly ended up finding me and recruiting me. And so that was probably the first time that I really chose volleyball over anything else.
Really? It kind of took that long,
yeah.
Right? Because you played all 3 sports.
Yeah.
At Buchanan.
Most of high school, yeah.
Were you involved in club sports at that time as well?
Yeah, and that I guess was another place that I selected volleyball over some of the other sports. I did do club volleyball, yeah. Played Central Cal back in the OG days
All
for
right.
battles. And Coach Robley was my club coach.
All right.
She's still around and a legend.
How many different weekends? Was it pretty much every weekend that you had to go someplace? Your parents spending all that money
some
on
weekends.
hotels
They
and
were very
food?
supportive. I'm very grateful because it's gotten me to a lot of different places. So yeah, it was a busy season, and especially when I'd go from softball practice to club volleyball, or I'd have a basketball game Friday night and then turn around Saturday morning and drive up to San Jose. And there were definitely quite a few weekends where that was the case, but we made it through, and it gives me a lot of, I know how to support the athletes that I now have because I experienced a lot of the stressors that they're experiencing.
Volleyball was your main sport, obviously, right? Is it safe to say that in high
Yeah.
school? I mean, you played basketball and you played softball as well.
I did,
I mean,
but yeah, I played the most of volleyball, and I was relatively the best at it compared to other people.
track co-MVP. Am I right on that?
That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
like you forgot.
No, I had.
It's there in the notes.
throwback.
Co-track MVP.
Yes.
How far did you get? Is this a sore subject? How far did you get in Valley?
See, yeah, we didn't even make it to the championship game any of my years there. We got knocked out in semis, if I remember correctly, by Clovis West my senior year.
Okay. Was Coach DeRuiter the coach then?
For sure.
Rhonda.
Yep. And I had battles, though, in her last season at Buchanan. So
okay.
We had beat West once in league and then lost to them when it counted. So it's not too bad.
How were you able to balance all those things? As you know, I follow a lot of athletes at Clovis Unified, and you know, you have maybe a fall athlete and a spring athlete, right? You get a little bit of a quote unquote break during the winter, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you able to do all three? How did you balance that along with your academics?
I don't think I could say any other answer than the Lord and the strength that He gave me in all sincerity. Because, yeah, I look at the schedule that I had, and I took quite a few AP classes and honors classes as well, and was in leadership my senior year. So it was too much to think about trying to do all that at this point in life. But I think that the Lord equipped me well to handle it and maintain a energy and a positivity, and built a lot of confidence in me through those activities. So definitely the Lord first, and then my family, which kind of goes hand in hand. But my parents, like you mentioned, they're super supportive, took me places, paid for things, encouraged. My mom would help me on my math homework when I was up late, stuck on something, which is a really helpful resource to have. But yeah, I had a lot of different supports in life that made it possible to do all those things.
So you mentioned Kelly Winter recruited you to play volleyball at Fresno Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
Just was that an easy choice for you? You mentioned your mom was there and did basketball and volleyball, was on scholarship, one of the first ones ever. Was it just natural, like Fresno Pacific, here we go?
Once it was an option, yeah, it was very exciting. And she didn't recruit me till my senior year of club. So it was in the spring. And I wasn't necessarily planning to go play anywhere. I was planning to go to Fresno State just for school. And then, yeah, in club season, she ended up coming to watch one of my teammates, Sanger grad Haley Jennings, and found me and started talking to me about what it would look like to come play there. And again, the Lord kind of made a way. So I was really grateful for that because it was a very impressive program, is now still, obviously, but I had grown up with the knowledge of what FPU was and what FPU volleyball had been for so long, because of my mom's time there and then their stretch of national championships. And so to have the honor of getting to go play there was a very easy choice to make once it became an option. Yeah.
When you arrived on campus and maybe even the first couple of volleyball practices, was it kind of eye-opening for you? Was it, for lack of a better phrase, easier or harder than you thought, or just what you expected?
Gosh, I have to think back to how many years ago now? Was it 12
Not that
years?
long ago.
No, it's longer every day. I think it was exciting more than anything. I had some really awesome teammates, several teammates who were Clovis alum, so I knew of them or had seen them play before me. Or one of the freshmen that I came in with, I'd played volleyball and basketball against for years. She had gone to Clovis High, and so I think it was just exciting more than anything to get to play for Kelly and just take my skills that were decent, but take them to another level. She was a great setting coach, and so that was really fun for me to learn from her.
Did you have to sit a lot first year or so? Did you have to watch from afar, or when did you get playing time?
My first year, I got a great amount of playing time, and it was a blessing. I came in with another freshman setter, and the two setters previously had graduated, I think. So, yeah, we got to play quite a bit. I don't know. I don't want to brag about what I got to do, but
That's what we want to hear, those good stories. So give me some examples of some fun games or some matches that you remember that stand out.
From a few.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, I can remember us going up to an Alaska tournament, or a tournament in Alaska at Fairbanks, and it was a really fun trip. Again, I was just kind of a punky little freshman, rooming with the really epic Brazilian outside that we had, and getting to know everyone. But we went up to Alaska, and that was the kickoff to our season. And so we were figuring out what our lineup was, and I got to play a lot more than I was expecting, and that was exciting. And we did pretty well up there, I think. I don't remember exactly record-wise what we did, but it was a fun experience and very encouraging as a freshman setter to come in and feel like okay, I'm not too far behind. I can fit pretty well. I'm connecting with these girls. So that was a fun trip. My junior year, we went to Dixie State in Utah, and it was the last game of our regular season. And we lost the first two, and they had actually already locked in the conference win with their record, and so they had unveiled their championship banner before the game, and we were all really salty about it. So went down the first two sets and then came back and won, reverse swept them. So that was a really exciting game that I can remember. It was always fun to play Cal Baptist. They were in the league while I was there. We played BYU Hawaii the first year too, and that was a really, really good team. We played them tough in Hawaii, so that was cool. They had this Chinese national outside who was phenomenal. I think one of the games I got a sneaky block on her, and our sports announcer said something like, "Bissy's surprisingly getting up for that block there." And it was a memorable moment. It was surprising. But yeah, we had a lot of fun games against Point Loma, but yeah, those are some of the ones I can probably remember better than others as being competitive and exciting.
What part of Fresno Pacific did you love at that time? The social part, playing on a volleyball team, trips, all the above. But what did you really love about that time there?
I love that question because you're right. There was a lot to love. The team was awesome. My coaches were great. I think I really loved the chance that I had to, I described it as being kind of a bigger fish in a smaller pond. I'd gone to Buchanan, which had been such a big school, and I had a presence there that was noticeable to some extent. But at FPU, I got to kind of stretch my confidence, stretch my leadership. I had a more of a voice in some different areas. I got to be involved as a residence assistant, RA.
Yeah.
I was involved with our student athlete advisory committee, and just got to stay super involved in a lot of different areas. And so I felt like I grew a lot as an individual, which I think is true in most college years. You just take on a lot more identity. So I was glad that I got to do that at Fresno Pacific and have a safe place to do it, where it was biblically founded. I had a lot of different influences in my life between my classmates and professors and my coaches who helped me make good decisions about what my identity was going to be. So that was probably my favorite part, was getting to figure out who I was.
Yeah, that's the college experience, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the themes throughout, talking to alum, talking to seniors that are about ready to graduate, just the empowerment that they feel at Fresno Pacific University, but also how everybody pours life into you, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the student, your coaches do, your professors do. So is there any moment during that time that you're like, man, I love this so much. I love how they're pouring into me. I want to in turn become a coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
After your experience at Fresno Pacific, was there a specific moment you're like, yeah, I want to do that. This is preparing me for that next stage of my life.
Yeah, I think I got to get connected coaching club during my time at FPU. So I think that was a big influence on figuring out if it was something that I would enjoy doing. But I don't know if there was any one moment that I could pinpoint there. I know I had 3 different coaches at Fresno Pacific, and they all influenced and poured into me in different ways. And so I think I was grateful for the chance to experience all those different coaching styles and focuses, and that helped even fine-tune and influence what I knew I wanted to be as a coach. But yeah, I don't know if I could pick one point. Just a lot of different moments that pushed me that way. I do know I can remember a moment my senior year of college, trying to figure out what to do next, and deciding to teach and coach, remembering or focusing on the fact that, yeah, I could be a really positive influence in the ways that my teachers and coaches had throughout high school and college. And so that was a moment I was just praying with the Lord, what do I do next? And he
definitely
nudged me in that direction. Yes. Yeah, he has very consistently helped me figure out what to do next.
That's great. All right, I got one last question before we hit the break. We can talk more about your teaching and your back-to-back state championships at Emmanuel High School right now. All right, so chanting has always fascinated me with cheers and different things like that in the volleyball community, okay? Mm-hmm. You've probably talked about this in the past or maybe have had questions about it, but what are some of the origins of these, and when do you, like, what are some silly ones or some ones that have some, like, inside information or whatever with some of the cheers that you guys would do? Yeah. Not only as a player, but as a coach.
As a coach. I know, that's what I was going to say is I feel like the benches these days are so much more creative than when I was playing. I mean, we had our set list of presentations, but yeah, what they do with the bench press these days, they got a bike little scene that the girls can create. So they're so fun with it. And I think it's largely, and I can remember some experiences that you're on the bench, it's way more fun to do something crazy like that than just stand watching. So I think that's where a lot of these cheers end up coming from, of just like a time and space for creativity, because you're watching the game.
All right. Fair answer. All right. You heard it from Bissy. All right. I'm satisfied with that answer. Good job. All right. We're going to take a break and we hear more from Bissy, more about her time teaching, being in a math family, and her obviously great career so far at Emmanuel High School, back-to-back state championships. You're listening to all on the Sunbirds Sports Show on 790 ESPN.
Fall is here and it's time to get moving at Valley Athletics. Phil Bonatti from telling you about new programs coming up. Starting soon, you can sign up for monthly memberships for K through 8th graders working on volleyball, basketball, and strength and agility. It's as little as $15 per class. Speaking of sign-ups, the great facilities there are always available for rentals, including birthday parties. So take advantage of that today, especially as we get to those colder months. You can find all the sign-up information on the website valleyathletics.co. Valley Athletics, developing the athlete in everyone.
Food lovers, Mediterranean just got better. Aleppo Kebab is now open on Blackstone and Sierra near the DMV in Fresno. One bite and you're hooked. No flight required for a taste of authentic Mediterranean and Middle Eastern flavor made the traditional way. From Aleppo's tender chicken shawarma and perfectly grilled kofta kebabs to fresh falafel, salads, and warm pita breads. All made with locally sourced high-quality ingredients. Dine in or take it out today at Aleppo Kebab. Better, tastier Mediterranean food at a fast food price. Now open on Blackstone and Sierra near the DMV in Fresno.
We started like you, a small team with a big dream to serve the Valley. 20 years later, FFB Bank is still proudly backing businesses across California and beyond. We've learned a lot about what it takes to grow, and now we're using that experience to make things easier for you. With our Switch and Save offer, we'll cover up to 90 days of payment processing, provide no-cost equipment, and offer competitive rates so your business can keep more of what it earns. And behind it all is a local team that truly understands your goals and is ready to help you reach them. Make the switch, save with FFB. Visit ffb.bank to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Are you an athlete ready to level up your performance the raw way? Introducing the Raw Athlete Program from Raw Farm. High schoolers, college athletes, gym warriors, and pros, Raw Farm wants you to see why professional athletes and nutritionists are fueling up with Raw Farm raw whole milk to hit their team goals and personal gains. Raw Farm is the best 100% A2 cream top from seasonally grass-raised cows, non-GMO, certified humane, 100% made in America and crafted for serious gains. Visit rawfarmsusa.com to learn more and find it at your local Sprouts location through the nation.
Citrus season is in full swing. When harvest pressure is on, Kubota delivers dependable power, easy operation, and the performance growers rely on in the Grove. There's still time to get the right tractor this season at Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer. With Fresno and Reedley locations, Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer, has the equipment, parts, and service you need when timing matters most. Make this citrus season count. Visit Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer today at pioneerequipmentca.com.
Prices on steel and materials are going up, but at Pacific Steel Supply, they're still delivering the best deals in the industry. Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or ag projects, Pacific Steel Supply will match or beat any competitor's price by an extra 10% on top quality steel, metal roofing, and components. With 24/7 service, fast delivery, and the best prices, the time to act is now. Get your free quote today from Pacific Steel Supply in Fresno, Ashland, and Parkway off Highway 99 or online at pacificsteelsupply.com.
At Clausen Honda in Fresno, you're not just getting a car, you're stepping into a full service experience. From the latest new Honda models to certified pre-owned vehicles, a cafe to grab your morning coffee, and a team dedicated to making you feel respected and well served. Whether you're trading in, buying, or scheduling service for your ride, Clausen Honda has you covered with transparent financing, a full service center. Drive in today and see how easy getting behind the wheel can be. Clausen Honda at 6346 North Blackstone Avenue in Fresno.
Welcome to A Plus Signs.
Thanks. Yeah, I need some custom exterior signs for my business.
Great. What's the name of your business?
C Plus Signs.
Wait, you own a sign company?
Yep, C Plus Signs.
And you want us, A Plus Signs, to make your signs?
Yeah, I need them really fast, and we can't touch our turnaround times.
We are kind of known for that.
For signs that stop traffic, drive traffic, and even direct traffic, call A Plus Signs.
Remember, A Plus has great technicians to service and repair signs, too.
Yeah, we got a guy, but he's afraid of ladders.
Welcome back to the Sunbird Sports Show on 790 ESPN.
Segment number 2 of the Sunbird Sports Show on 790 ESPN. I got Bissy Den Hartog on right now. Just had a great conversation about growing up Clovis, growing up with a family with 3 sisters, a competitiveness, and how they all found their different things in life that they are good at. And you happen to be pretty much good at everything. Like volleyball, the 3 sports thing in Clovis Unified still blows me away. That's pretty amazing stuff. So I want to focus a little bit more about your time at Emmanuel as a coach. You mentioned how you felt all the different coaches you had at Fresno Pacific University. You just kind of took different things from them and incorporated it into your coaching style. But after Fresno Pacific, you graduated with a math degree, right? No.
I didn't.
Teaching credential? Help me out.
Business management was my major.
Okay.
Yep. And then I went into the credential program, got a single subject math credential, and started teaching right after finishing my bachelor's. So I did Fresno Pacific's intern program, which I highly recommend if anyone's interested in that. They give a lot of support. It's a great credential program all around. But I started teaching at Clovis North, and it took me 2 years to do my credential. So I was doing 1 or 2 night classes a week for those first 2 years of my teaching. But it was great. Again, FPU offered a lot of support, and then I was at Clovis North, and there's a lot of support there too from their staff and administration. So it was a nice transition.
Junior high and high school right away, or any you didn't entertain elementary at all? Math specific.
No, yeah, I like math. I liked coaching the junior high school age better too. So wanted to teach at that level, and so I could coach them.
I want to go back just a little bit. So talked about your family, but expand more on how much your family loves math. And that special picture that I saw on Fresno Pacific University's website, they wrote a little story, and just kind of expand on that with how much your family loves math and math teaching.
Yeah, we do. We love math all the time. We just talk about it every time we're together. We sing songs about math. My mom's a math teacher. My dad actually works with computer software too, so he's very mathematically minded. And then I have 2 sisters who were both math teachers at some point. One of the sisters actually also taught some math classes, but she's a Fresno Pacific professor in their counseling program. We've all kind of interacted with math in different moments in our careers. And 2022, we finished, myself and 2 of my sisters and my mom all finished the math master's program at Fresno Pacific. So that's, I think, the picture you saw.
That's it.
It's pretty cool.
That was it. So you got a little certificate for that? Do you hang that in your classroom at all?
Yeah, I do. I have it framed in my classroom right above my diploma.
And your pictures of your state championship teams up yet?
I got plaques.
Got plaques.
Yes. We got a big picture in front of a F-35 hanging in our gym lobby at Emmanuel.
Okay.
So that was our special picture that we took last year.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out. Next time I go to Emmanuel, check out a basketball. Actually, their season just ended. But yeah, next time I'm in the gym, I have to definitely check that out.
Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned Clovis Unified, Clovis North, and you weren't a head coach, were you, at Clovis Unified, or were you just assisting?
Not for varsity.
Okay.
Yeah, I assisted the first couple years, some JV frosh, 8th grade, and then I head coached, I think, an 8th grade team, and then the JV team, and then came out to Emmanuel and took over the varsity program. So that was a big step to take on a whole program, but it was a lot of fun and something that I love building. So
at that time, did you feel like you were ready? Like, I'm ready to take over a program? Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
And that's why you put feelers out there. And I mean, how did you arrive at Emmanuel?
You know, they called me. The old athletic director, Bernardi, right before he left, called me, and they had a position open and asked if I'd be interested in applying. I think he'd gotten my name from somebody. And so I wasn't looking too hard, but I think, like a lot of other moments in my life, like we've kind of talked about, I think the Lord just really made it apparent for me of where I needed to go next. So he opened up that door, and I went and had some conversations with the admin out there and figured out what that campus looked like. My brother-in-law had actually taught there that year. So when I was looking to go, he was teaching there. And so I knew a little bit about it, but didn't honestly know anything about the volleyball program. So kind of had to figure that out as I got there, but ended up making the move to Emmanuel, and it's been 4 years now, and it's been really fun, like I said, to build the program out there. And only knowing a Clovis Unified athletic program where it's so comprehensive from your kindergartners going all the way up to 12th grade, it was cool for me to bring that out and kind of build up some of the elementary teams that they didn't have before, and junior high teams, and getting them some more competitive games. And so it's been a good experience for me out there. What
moment finally sold you? Was there a specific moment of making the move and doing the drive, right?
I know.
Taking 99
it is
to
a
Manning,
drive.
and
it's nice right now with the blossoms, but it is a drive. I remember walking away from my first interview where I had gotten to talk to Mr. Gertzen out there about Jesus and volleyball. And we talked for about 2 hours about Jesus and volleyball, and those are my two favorite things. So I can remember leaving that and thinking, like, wow, that was so fun. If this gets to be my job and I get to do Jesus and volleyball and math too, like, those are all really fun things and things I enjoy, and things that I want to share with other people. So yeah, I think that was a moment where I felt really sure about it. There was another moment too where I was driving just to work, and an Emmanuel school bus crossed my path. And I remember thinking, like, oh, it's a little nod from the Lord.
There it was. God with us.
Yeah.
Emmanuel. Do you see a direct correlation? Obviously, Emmanuel, Fresno Pacific, like, that was my path as well. A lot of correlations, Mennonite traditions, all that stuff. But as far as the feeling of community, and like you said, Jesus and volleyball, and so Jesus and music, Jesus and basketball, it's kind of whatever theme you want it to be. What are some correlations that you love about both schools?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of similarities that I've seen in how we run our class time and how we run our sports programs, even just the reality of I do a lot of the same things with my volleyball team that I did with my team at Fresno Pacific. So there's a lot of connections between it. The foundation of Christ is there. The chapel experiences are in both places. And so it makes sense to me that there is a lot of, like us, people who have gone to both or worked at both. And I'd love even to see continued collaboration between them, because I think it makes sense. There's just a lot of continuity between a student's experience at Emmanuel and what their experience would be at Fresno Pacific.
I agree. What about the food? The German sausage, Veronica,
Zwieback.
Zwieback.
I don't cook at all, but when I get the privilege of eating some of the food that people make out there, it's amazing.
The MCC sale, that's a big deal.
Exactly,
right?
at Fresno Pacific.
I'm already
yeah.
promoting the MCC sale at Fresno Pacific. Yeah, go for the food, right, when it happens. I'm not sure of the dates this year, but when we approach it, we'll definitely talk about it.
And the quilt sale.
The quilts.
It's pretty iconic.
The quilt auctions.
Go for the food
yes.
and
it's quite an experience. When you decided to build the program at Emmanuel High School, one of the things I noticed, right, is your scheduling, right? You got a lot of contacts on Clovis Unified, and was that part of the plan? Like, you were not afraid to play anybody. You want to play the best of the best and get your girls ready. Was that part of your MO?
Yeah, I think it was part of it. Obviously, I want to play teams that are better than us to help us become better. I think another part of it is, especially when I started at least, I didn't really know for sure what Emmanuel volleyball looked like. And so I did just reach out to who I knew and scheduled some games with some Clovis people. And we definitely got beat up on a lot the first couple years. But it has only made us better, and it gives us a vision for where we want to keep going, because love to continue to move up and continue to beat teams and get even better every year.
And it's shown on the court. All right, so back-to-back state championships, so one in D5, and then you're like, all right, we're going to be bumped up a division in the state tournament. Might as well win that whole thing. So we had a lot of fun. You, like I mentioned earlier, you came on my Saturday high school sports show with, I think we had 4.
Mm-hmm.
You brought 4 of your players. We rotated. We had a lot of fun reminiscing about that. But like, just walk through that journey and, have a vision of winning a state championship that soon into your tenure at Emmanuel?
Yeah, no, I did not. A state championship was not on my radar. My biggest aspiration had always been a Valley championship, which, like I said, I never got as an athlete. We got really close to when I was at Clovis North. They've gotten it since then, but never got it. And so going out to Emmanuel is just, hey, that's my goal. That's the pinnacle. Let's get a Valley championship. And then last year, just one game at a time, all of a sudden we ended up at a state championship. And that was crazy. I can remember driving home from it and being like, wow, how did this happen? But it's really cool that it did. And then, yeah, this year, just kind of going into it with the same mentality of let's go one game at a time and see how far we can get. And it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. And you show me pictures of the rings. So you don't have a ring from this year's.
Not yet.
Obviously, last year you already got that. So I know this is radio. We do have the YouTube, right? But you don't have the rings with you or the ring with you. But just kind of describe what high school rings look like these days. Because I think people that haven't seen the amount of time and effort and design that goes into high school rings these days, especially when you win a state championship, just kind of give the people a description.
Yeah,
what they look like.
Our ring from last year, and the girls went, I think, with an extra large size, is extra large, and it's got two-tone silver and gold, and it's got gems all across the top, and state champions. We've got Play with Joy and Fulfilled in Christ around the band, and our verse of the season inscribed on the inside. So it's real fancy. And then this year we designed another one that's got, I would say, even a little more sparkle to it. And it's a gold ring. And so it's going to be fun to get. But they're quite the project. And they're not really like everyday rings.
No, they're not.
So
yeah,
they're more of really fancy, desktop or dresser or mantle or something.
Conversation starter and all that stuff.
Exactly.
All right, so we got a few minutes with you, Bissy. What season are you in right now as far as your coaching career, and what's the rest of the year and summer look like, I guess?
Yeah, well, right now I'm coaching girls indoor club volleyball. Might end up helping out with the junior high boys at Emmanuel.
I've heard of them.
We had a good run last year, played some tough competition in Traver, but we'll try to run that back again this year. So might help out a little bit there, but yeah, I'm coaching a 15s team for club volleyball. We went to Vegas this past weekend, going to SLO this weekend. So it's keeping me busy, but it's really fun and fun to coach a slightly different stage in their volleyball development than the high school varsity team. So it's some of the girls that are gearing up to make those varsity teams. And that's good practice for me because I have to coach with a little different mindset than when I've got the varsity players. So it keeps me sharp. Yeah.
Yes. Returning next year, you got a good core group. I know you graduated a lot.
We
Right?
did.
Core
Yeah.
group looks like what?
Yeah, we definitely have some core girls coming back between our freshman Cami, and we've got some sophomore twins, the Sempers, our libero, a couple outsides. We'll find a setter replacement and some middles, but I definitely expect us to be pretty good, and like we've done the last 2 years, just kind of focus on one game at a time and getting as good as we can, and we'll see. Maybe we're three-peats. Who knows?
That'd be awesome. That'd be great. How about like the lifestyle of a coach? Like, I know you pour a lot into it, and the drives to Emmanuel and teaching math, but I mean, how much do you enjoy this time in your life right now, this stage?
It's so fun. Yeah, I love the relationship that you get to build with athletes as a coach, because you do spend a lot of time with them, especially my high school program. We went on several trips this year. Our season was extended by a month with our postseason run. So you spend so much time with them and you get to know them really well. And for me, in this season of life, those become students and athletes who I get to hopefully just encourage and point to Christ. And I'd love to stay a part of every one of their lives, but we'll see, how many of them remember me as they keep going. But it's a really fun moment or season of life, and the off season's nice too. I get to spend a little more time with my dog and eat a little bit better just because I have more time to go grocery shopping, and there's a lot of good that's happening in this stage of my life, and I'm really grateful that the Lord has me here and that He has given me a lot of different areas to invest my time into.
Good stuff. All right. I do have a what's to come for Fresno Pacific. But before I hit that, I got a couple philosophical questions that is better than Starbucks. Support your evidence. Why?
I don't think there's any argument the other way. Dutch Bros, I mean, you can see how popular it is. And if you've had both, you know the truth.
Sugar intake doesn't bother you?
No, that's the best part of it.
All right, one more before we hit what's to come for Fresno Pacific. You are also saying that Cheez-Its better than Goldfish. I think most people would agree with that.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if that was controversial at all.
It's an age thing,
okay.
Right? Goldfish. I think of,
it's like fun when you're in elementary school, correct. And then you grow up and you realize Cheez-Its are better.
It's more baked, right? It's got a more lasting flavor.
Especially when you get the hot and spicy ones with the Tabasco sauce.
Oh my gosh, that's next level.
Delicious.
All right, so we covered two very philosophical questions that the world's just been waiting for the answers.
Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, we'll come back to you in just a second. Here's what's next for Fresno Pacific University. Women's water polo just starting over at Sanger West High School, hosting Pacific tonight. They are a D1 program at 7 o'clock. They're also going to be playing Friday at Fresno State at 5 p.m., so make sure to catch the in-town water polo action. Baseball, they're going to be traveling to Azusa. Continue conference play with doubleheaders slated for Friday and Saturday. Men's and women's tennis, they're going to head up to Rockland on Saturday to continue conference play against Jessup. And the women will continue on to San Rafael to face Dominican the very next day. It'll be a very exciting Saturday at Fresno Pacific. Both men's and women's basketball host Menlo at 2 o'clock and 4:15 respectively. It includes a special Armenian Day celebration, and Sunbird Track and Field hosts its lone home meet of the year to open the outdoor season, the Sunbird Invitational. Javelin and hammer throw will be on Friday afternoon, and there will be action all day at Ramirez Field on Saturday, events starting at 9 a.m., and track and field events at 11:30. Lots of action on the campus of Fresno Pacific this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. For more information, you can always be found at fpusunbirds.com. Whew, got through that. Hey, and you got through a full segment, a full episode on the Sunbirds Sports Show. Just thanks, Missy. Really appreciate you. Hopefully I'll be seeing you soon, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be trying to do some Traver versus Emmanuel boys volleyball. Maybe I'll be able to converse back with you up when that happens. Hey, thanks again for coming on. Really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
Absolutely. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great rest of the week, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to the home of the Fresno Pacific Sunbirds, KFPT Clovis 790 ESPN. You're listening to the home of the Fresno Pacific Sunbirds, KFPT Clovis 790 ESPN.